I started Aruka in my garage in '99, 2000 with some nice ideas and built a brand over 20 plus years. I was disheartened by the way the direction of the company and the different people involved. They're not really about what they say they are or what they do, so it's just fake. And that was disheartening for me.
It was the end of an era, and it was the beginning of a new era, which we know today as Tenore.
Hi, I'm Pat Tenori, the founder of Tenore brand, and we're here in Orange County, California. I was a young kid, I was working at a surf shop, maybe 13, 14 or 15, something around that age. And this couple from New York came in trying to sell their line to the shop. Tommy, he's an architect, designer. In Austin, she was like a head designer for a lot of the fashion houses. And I was a young shop kid being, kind of a smart ass, just saying, don't buy it. A week later, the couple kept calling the shop and asking like, hey, can we speak to that kid that was very opinionated in the meeting, which was me. They took me to lunch and they just said, why don't you like this? Why do you like that? Oh, you have a good design sense, and do you want to work for us? And so that's where my internship started. Let me see. I think that the key moment that got me into clothing and design was just the environment I was in. Skateboarding or surfing, it's all culturally relevant, and what tied all that together for me, and the graffiti was all tied in, it was all connected by different cultures. And so the clothing part of it for me was the glue, because that's your own creative space, is when you start putting colors together, fits and looks and designs, and that was a moment for me, just being that as part of your environment is what drew me into design and creating a lifestyle brand. It's a lifestyle. Our job as designers here is to find the best cloths to have it be sustainable so it lasts for decades on end, and just better quality. And that's the difference between Tenore and what's in the surf market right now. Be original, just have integrity, authentic, don't copy other people's styles, create your own. The way you live your life and the way you affect people around you and the way you build even a company, a lifestyle brand, it has to come in the core of how your connectivity and frequency is with others. Now we get to focus on the people that support the culture, the real deal. Sometimes, profiting is not everything. It's building community and also creating a platform for others to achieve their goals. And that's what makes this brand this brand. The Tenore brand's connected a lot of different subcultures, but more so than that, it's more the attitude and the connectivity and frequency of just being a good person. It's really not associated with a sport per se. It's a tribe.
Me and Pat go back to when he had his warehouse. He had a ramp in his warehouse, and we knew all the same people. And everybody told me, you got to meet Pat. You're going to love Pat. He's like you. He loves what he does. He's passionate about what he does. He's into like skateboarding, MMA, art. And I was like, okay. So when I met him, it was like immediately I felt like we had a connection of, basically lifestyle. I like this quote. It says, talent will get you there, but character will keep you here. Don't forget where you came from. Don't forget who you are, who your friends are, who your family is.
I moved to Orange County when I was 10. The first 3 guys I met were surfer kids that I'm still friends with to this day, and the first words out of their mouth I can still remember, it was, hey dude. I didn't know what a dude was. And then they asked me to go surfing. I really embraced that culture because it was just so different and active, and I was already doing martial arts at that age as well, and just the Southern California is just different. It's just different than anywhere else I've lived. A lot of my art education comes from graffiti, skateboarding, brand decks, graphics done for decks, and liking certain artists on skateboard decks. Or my friend, he's like pretty much my brother, but Eclipse, when we were kids, he started a graffiti crew called AWR.
AWR, I started when I was 14 years old. It was a graffiti crew and a family. We have paintings all over the world. We've traveled most of the world. That was a big thing, I think, that we did in the very beginning. I think graffiti writers in general, we're all like hopeless romantics. We all have this infatuation with creating and doing it our way. It's a certain aesthetic that is different than the average.
Eclipse always included me and taught me a lot about integrity with design. He taught me about being original. So that's where my art and design education came from, was from my friend Eclipse.
I've known Pat 40 somewhat years, and we both like to do crazy, weird passion projects. We just did an amazing project called Exit Through the Surf Shop, which is a beautiful art show.
What do you think Pat's thinking about?
God knows.
Pat's a relentless visionary, and he doesn't stop, and he's constantly training you. You're in his dojo. Any place in the world, you're in the dojo with him. And there'll be constant exercises. He's not afraid of blending things that people think are complete opposites. And he makes them work. So he's an exemplar for a lot of people.
So when we're looking 1 through 4 on the looks, organizing outfits for Haley, in shots 2 and 3 we have Birkenstocks, but for Jessica, 1, 2, and 3. We use Birkenstocks for our photo shoots because they're timeless. Birkenstocks quality and function is supersedes any kind of trend. So, when we do photo shoots, we integrate Birkenstock into the photo shoot because it goes hand in hand with what we're doing here, and that's just to be authentic and to be real. And comfort first, function first, fashion comes second, third, fourth. They're a little shoemaker from Germany that really cared about how your foot is really function. I mean, back then you could arguably say it was function before fashion because of the way the shoes look, Now it became fashionable in the last 10 years, but it's really a functional shoe. No gimmicks.
I love people who are committed to their dream, committed to what they've, built, and they're not gonna risk losing that reputation. Like, I fought for my reputation my whole life, and for me to see somebody else who's fighting for his, heart and soul, outside of the popularity and whether it's the success, I think that's refreshing, and I think that's one of the things that I love about Pat.
Love you, mate.
Love you too, bud.
Yeah.
Just everything he does, he's really good at it, and he goes all out. And to be honest, he don't really talk about himself a lot, or he doesn't really push it, but the dude is a beast.
He's years ahead of us.
For me, clothing's different than just making the next trendiest design or what celebrity's wearing your stuff or whatever. But that's good for some people, but for me, there has to be a meaning behind it or a purpose. Let's go.